Hello my Banda crew and welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be covering the first of 4 Crash Team Rumble comics. The first one is called CatBat, and it is the introduction of the character CatBat to the series. I'm going to do a read through, plus I'm going to talk about some lore while we go along, and I hope you guys enjoy. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Toys for Bob presents CatBat. Yeah, my name is CatBat, but it wasn't always. Embryo, how many times do I have to tell you? For a long time, I was just 036F and 299M. So the 036F is by the cat, and the 299M is by the bat. There is an unlockable skin in Crash Team Rumble that is a bat character. Or not Crash Team Rumble, my mistake. Crash Bandicoot 4. Crash has a bat skin that is actually called Experiment 299. So that's really fun. It's a cool little Easter egg there. So half of CatBat is actually playable in Crash Bandicoot 4. But anyway, then we go back. It says, always double check the subject's straps. So Cortex is yelling at Brio. If it wasn't for your incompetence, we'd have a full platoon by now. How many commandos have we lost already? And you can see the broken window there. Sir, I'm not strong enough to hold them down. And then we see there's CatBat. But that was before I stood up for myself. Excuses. Now ready the thylacine. That is the Tasmanian tiger. So it looks like this comic is actually happening right before Tiny the Tiger comes into creation. So that means that CatBat has been around since the very beginning in the timeline. He just hasn't shown up. And it looks like he's flying off to a city over there. It's still part of the archipelago. So that's either Wumpa Island or Insanity Island. It's not really specified. And then we have CatBat walking in the alleyway, and it says, and I discovered a whole new world of lights and colors. Flavors. Hungry friend? Someone's handing him a burger. What's your name? Tonight only. And rock and roll. So he discovered lights, colors, flavors, and rock and roll. It's cool because that guy looks like a lab assistant. So it might be a lab assistant that just became a rock star. Yeah, so that's page 1. And then it jumps ahead and it says, rock and roll is what saved me. And now we see CatBat as we see him, or them rather, in Crash Team Rumble. So he's got his burger there. Inspired me to pay it forward. Is what saved me, inspired me to pay it forward. And you see all the little bat characters. And this is the swamp where he set up. Burgers. Hungry friend? The bats and I came together as a team. So it's cool. He has a little army of his own. On a mission to dismantle the cruelty and trauma from Cortex's miserable labs. And it shows the bats just flying into Cortex's laboratory, ripping stuff apart. What's going on? You can see them. They're all flying around with all the stuff. And transformed its pieces into a palace, a home. You've done well, fam. Keep sabotaging their precious tools. And then the burgers are being brought over to them, and you got CatBat's little palace. Those eggheads will keep fighting amongst themselves, and they'll never experiment on us again. And then we move on to the final page here. These days I found good use of my skills in sport. as a frontline leader, a scorer. So they're in the Tiki Towers level. Cortex is shooting at Dingodile. Look who we have here. Hey, Cortex! He swoops down. Back off my blocker! He does a fist bump. Your day of reckoning is here, Cortex. My life wasn't yours to toy with. I will never forgive you for that. And then Cortex says, I've ruined the lives of so many. I can't be expected to remember them all. Who are you? Pretty sure that is from Crash Twinsanity. And then he says, such a big head, such a tiny brain. My name is CatBat. And then Cortex and him go up at one another. And you will remember my name. And that is the final panel. So we have an interesting origin to CatBat. He first appeared in Crash Bandicoot 4 in the epilogues, where he was sitting in the stands, pretty chummy with Cortex, but this comic kind of retcons that and has them be enemies right off the bat. And like I said in the first page, it appears that CatBat has been around since before Crash Bandicoot 1, because Tiny was actually created pre-Crash Bandicoot 1. He was a cut character from Crash 1. He was always intended to be in the games, but he did not appear until Crash 2. So if you wanted to say that Tiny wasn't created until Crash 2 or between Crash 1 and Crash 2, CatBat still has been around a long time, even if you don't want to say that he was around since before Crash 1. If he was created in between Crash 1 and Crash 2, that's still 1997. So he was just hiding out at the swamp for years and years, up until Crash Team Rumble. But my Bandicrew, that is the end of the comic. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Take care. Have a great night.